Have you ever found yourself nodding in agreement while your stomach was tied in knots? Have you ever said, "No, it's fine, really," while a voice inside you was screaming that it wasn't fine at all? Most of us were taught that being nice is the ultimate virtue. We were told that kindness is about making others comfortable, smoothing over the edges, and never making a scene. But there is a quiet, heavy price for that constant politeness. Beneath the surface of the too nice person often lies a secret world. A world of sharp critiques, sudden flashes of rage, and what we might call savage thoughts. If you've ever felt like a fraud for being so kind on the outside while feeling so bitter on the inside, this isn't a sign that you are a bad person. In fact, it's a sign that you are reaching a breaking point. Today, we're going to look at why your mind creates these dark thoughts, why nice is often a mask for fear, and how you can find a way to be truly good without losing yourself in the process. Let's look at Sarah. Sarah is the person everyone calls sweet. She's the one who stays late to fix a mistake she didn't make. She's the one who listens to her friend complain for 3 hours, even though Sarah had a devastating day herself. To the world, Sarah is a saint. But inside, Sarah is exhausted. Last Tuesday, when her boss took credit for her report, Sarah didn't speak up. She smiled and congratulated him. But that night, as she lay in bed, her mind was a battlefield. She imagined telling him exactly how incompetent he was. She replayed the scene, but in her head, she was biting, cold, and devastatingly honest. Why does Sarah, someone so gentle, have such thoughts? It's because those thoughts are the only part of her that is still allowed to be honest. When we spend our lives suppressing our needs to keep the peace, our brain doesn't just delete our frustrations. It stores them, it sharpens them. And because they have no healthy outlet, they turn into a dark, internal monologue. Sarah isn't nice because she wants to be. She is nice because she is afraid. And that fear is creating a monster in her mind that she's terrified to let out. In psychology, there is a vital distinction between being nice and being kind. Niceness is often a survival strategy. It is external. It's about being agreeable so that people like you, or more accurately, so they don't dislike you. It's rooted in a fear of conflict. When you are being too nice, you are often performing a role to ensure your own safety or social standing. Kindness, however, is rooted in character. A kind person can say no. A kind person can tell you an uncomfortable truth because they care about your growth. When you are too nice, you are essentially lying. You are hiding your true feelings to manage the emotions of others. But here is the psychological catch. The human psyche requires balance. If you never express your disagreeable side, your boundaries, your anger, your critiques, they don't disappear. They move into what psychologists call the shadow. The more you play the saint in public, the more your shadow becomes a cynic. Your savage thoughts are actually an attempt by your psyche to reclaim its power. They are your mind's way of saying, stop letting them walk over us. Those thoughts feel savage only because they are the polar opposite of the filtered, watered-down version of yourself you present to the world. Why the thoughts get darker? Imagine your emotions as steam in a pressure cooker. In a healthy person, there is a valve. They feel a small spark of annoyance, they express it calmly, and the pressure is released. I didn't appreciate that comment, they say. The steam escapes, but the too nice person has welded the valve shut. They believe that any spark of anger is mean or wrong, so the pressure builds. Days, months, years of ignored slights and swallowed words. Eventually, the steam has nowhere to go but inward. This is when the thoughts become truly savage. You might find yourself wishing for the downfall of people you claim to love. You might find yourself judging strangers with a cruelty that shocks you. This internal bitterness is a defense mechanism. Because you feel powerless in your actions, your mind tries to regain a sense of superiority through its thoughts. If you can't stand up to your friend, your mind will instead tear them apart in private. It's a way of balancing the scales of your own self-esteem, but it's a lonely way to live. It creates a deep sense of guilt, which makes you try even harder to be nice to compensate. It is a cycle that feeds itself. The nicer you act, the more resentful you feel. The more resentful you feel, the more savage your thoughts become. So what is the solution? Do you stop being nice and become the savage person in your head? No, the goal isn't to become a person who is cruel. The goal is to become a person who is integrated. There's a famous quote often attributed to various philosophers. It is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Being truly good requires you to have the capacity for savagery, for sharpness, for strength, for saying no, and then choosing to keep that sword sheathed unless it is necessary. If you don't have the ability to be firm, your niceness isn't a choice. It's a necessity. It's a weakness. To stop the savage thoughts, you have to start giving your honest thoughts a seat at the table. Start small. The next time someone asks you for a favor that you truly don't have time for, don't make an excuse. Simply say, I can't do that this time. Feel the discomfort. Feel the urge to apologize 1,000 times, but stay in that space. When you begin to express your boundaries in the real world, the savage voice in your head will begin to quiet down. It no longer needs to scream in the dark because you are finally speaking up in the light. You are allowed to be a complex human being. You are allowed to be annoyed, to be tired, and to be firm. The savage thoughts you have aren't proof that you are a monster. They are proof that you are neglecting yourself. They are a call to action from a part of you that is tired of being ignored. When you trade niceness for authenticity, you might lose a few people who are only there for the favors you provided. But you will gain something much more valuable, your own respect. You don't have to be a saint to be a good person. You just have to be real. Listen to the savage thoughts. Understand what they are trying to protect. And then give yourself permission to speak your truth before the pressure becomes too much to bear. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, perhaps it's time to take a breath, look inward, and ask yourself, what am I not saying? Please consider to subscribe to my channel.